All right, you guys. So the Bucks. Now it all seems like it makes sense why the Bucks are not firing Doc Rivers as of right now. Apparently, the Bucks are currently working on a deal to land John Morant. Now, apparently, I told you guys this the other day that they were talking about Rollins and a couple of other pieces, but now, according to reports, uh, the Memphis Grizzlies want Ryan Rollins and a first-round pick for John Morant. Now, here's the question: do you think John Morant will be stable enough in a different environment, being coached by Doc Rivers, being around world champion like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Bobby Portis, and those guys? Do y'all think those guys are strong enough in that locker room? Guys in the NBA Finals last year, Miles Turner. Do you guys think that the locker room is strong enough uh, to have a personality like John Morant in it? You know what I'm saying? This will definitely be John Morant's last chance because John Morant has done so many crazy things recently that has really destroyed his reputation with everybody. And the Bucks, they're desperate right now. But to hear now that the Grizzlies all they want Ryan Rollins in a first round pick for uh, John Morant, oh man, oh, how the mighty have fallen with John Morant. You know what I'm saying? Now how they'll make the money work, I have no idea. I have zero idea how that money will work. I know that there will be other contracts involved. You know what I'm saying? But the way the Bucks are looking right now, trust me when I tell you, the Bucks are desperate. They're gonna make a move. They definitely gonna make a move. Now the question is, once again, like I said, is that gonna work? John Morant and Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know what I'm saying? Is John Morant gonna be mature for once? You know, is he gonna have some type of responsibility for once? Self-responsibility. You know, being in a different situation and is being in a place like Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Uh, which is a nice place to be, very good place to be. You know what I'm saying? You want to go lock in, focus on basketball. You know what I'm saying? Um, and handle your business correctly. You know, Milwaukee's the place you can get locked in. Now you can get in trouble too in Milwaukee, but the question is John Morant mature enough to do what he's supposed to do in order to get to the next level of greatness, which that's what he should be focused on. You know, I believe at this time the Bucks probably feel like they have no choice but to make this deal the way the team is going. And it seems like they're probably going to make it. I think they're probably just working on the logistics, unless a team like Miami or they're using the Bucks to make Miami make a stronger deal. But I don't even think they're going to send Ja where he wants to go. I think the team is so ticked off at Ja, they'll send Ja. Remember, it'll be a second situation where a player asked to go to Miami but ended up in Milwaukee. That's what happened with Dame. Dame wanted to go to Miami, ended up in Milwaukee. There are reports they're trying to say that, you know, he wants to be in Miami, mess around and end up in Milwaukee, right? Now, that would be a superstar talent, you know what I'm saying? Former number 2 overall pick, superstar talent that you bring into the Bucks. So if I'm the Bucks, I understand why you do it, you know, but dude got to be mentally stable in order for that to get done, man. He has to be locked in and he has to be committed to doing the right thing. If John Morant is not committed to any of these things, it's not going to work. Hold on one second. No, yeah, it's not going to work, right? I think we got to take that into major consideration. So I believe that the Bucks are more than ready to pull the trigger on this deal. I believe that the Bucks um, are looking to move on from this current team and put another superstar with Giannis and show Giannis, hey, look, man, we're willing to get, and that's the only way the Bucks are gonna get one is if this runner one that's trying to get out. So I believe the Bucks are gonna go all in and go make this move. I believe that this is a last move to try to save Doc and save actually Giannis's reputation in the league. You know what I'm saying? As far as just how everything's been going lately, man. Just hadn't been going good, man. And that kind of dims your light from when you did win a chip. You got the home fans booing you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And things like that, and booing the team. Again, man. You got to step your game up, man. They expect excellence out of you. When you're an excellent player, there's nothing wrong with the fans expecting excellence from you. So they're close to getting John Morant. Yeah, John Morant, man. According to reports, they want Ryan Rollins in a first round pick. I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? At this point, the way the Bucks look, listen, you got to understand the Bucks not gonna get no other superstar. Dame was old, so that was the situation with Dame Dollar. He was an old dude that was hurt. John Morant is a young dude that sometimes gets hurt, but man, it's a big risk, big reward type situation. I'm gonna say it again. It's a big risk, big reward type of situation. So you got to ask yourself, any team with John Morant and Giannis becomes instant must-see TV. And they're instantly going to move up the ranks as far as how teams are going to look at them. The thing is, you have to keep shooters around those guys, right? You have to keep shooters. So they'll keep a guy like A.J. Green and these guys. They've got to keep shooters. But the point is can you get John Morant in a situation where he's locked in? And being around guys, coming to a new situation, sometimes you need that, man. Sometimes you need that, man. And so the Bucks, they're saying that this thing may go down. I've been telling you this for the last couple of days. That now the Grizzlies want Ryan Rollins in the first round pick. I'm be honest with y'all. A few days ago, I would have said no. Now I'm saying, yeah, I do the deal. After I slept on it and thought about it, desperate times call for desperate measures. And the Bucks are definitely in desperate times. And they got to shake some shit up, man. Because what's going on right now is not working. And, you bring a superstar player in there that instantly changes things because now you can't boggle down on Giannis like that. Even though Ja can't really shoot the ball that great, Ja still can give you 25, 26 a night. Superstar type of play. His whole situation is his mindset. Is Ja Morant. Remember, Ja Morant was helping get teams to the playoffs in the West. So he's not a bum. He's not a dude that can't play. He's just a dude that needs to get refocused. He needs to get out of the area he's in and get into a whole new situation. You understand what I'm saying? New teammates. He needs a whole new breath of fresh air. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't mind the situation because this is his last chance. So would I like to move with the Bucks? You damn right I would. At this point, you know what I'm saying? Because this team ain't really showing me nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? They not. And you need them to show you something right now. I ain't got no time to wait no more. You got to go do it now. And so John Morant again, he extends Giannis's time. And here's another thing about John Morant: if one of the two get hurt, the other one can definitely hold the fort down. John Morant's a guy he can go off and give you 40. Remember, he's played big games in the playoffs before. So it's not like he's afraid of the moment. He's the guy who steps up in those moments. So you won't be able to strictly game plan for Giannis. Now you got two legit superstars just on the basketball court that you got to defend, prepare for. And as long as the Bucks keep that enough shooting around them, because they got enough guys on the bench. They got guys that can come in, Gary Harris, all these other guys. Gary Trent Jr. still. They still got other guys, weapons on that bench that they can put around them. As long as they stay strapped up and ready to roll, yeah, man, I'm telling y'all the truth, man. I make the move. I make that move. That's the move I make. The Nets are not giving up Michael Porter Jr. They just got Trae Young to pull with Michael Porter Jr. So to the dude who said that, Michael Porter Jr. ain't going nowhere. They got Trae Young to go with Michael Porter Jr. They didn't get Trae Young to get rid of Michael Porter Jr. Use your brains. So, yeah, that's the situation that's going on, man. And I'm telling you something, man. If they put Giannis and Ja together, bro, watch how all these niggas be back on the Bucks nuts. Because y'all know these niggas love Ja Morant. Watch how them niggas be back on the Bucks nuts. Oh, yeah, man, because, see, I'm going to tell you something, man. Everybody going to watch the Bucks games. And if you're the Bucks, think about this. If you're the owner of the Bucks and you really want to sell out seats, and just go crazy, get more money, Ja Morant is the move. Ja Morant is the move. Listen, Ja Morant can play. Let's not get this twisted, bro. He can play, bro. His whole situation is he need to get out of where he's at. It's over with where he's at. He's in one of those situations. He got to get out where he at. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just all there is to it. Oh, my bad. Not Mike. Yeah, I mean, Michael Porter Jr. is going to be in Brooklyn. He's not going nowhere. They're not moving him. They're building a team around him. My bad. That's what I meant to say. Um, as far as Trae Young, they got Trae Young to play with that young boy over there in Washington. I forgot what his name was. They got him to play with old young boy over there in Washington. So, but yeah, like I told y'all, me personally, they get John Morant, which I think they're gonna do. That unless Miami just comes in with something crazy, I think that the Bucks going to the playoffs and they're gonna be that. Hey, bro, listen, the Bucks get John Morant, that instantly makes them one of the top teams in the league. Bro, you got two superstars on the team, bro. You got shot. If they healthy, bro, you got shot. This is the part y'all got to remember, man. John Morant is still a guy who can put up major numbers. He's just interested over there in this situation. He's in his prime, bro. He's young in his prime. So these type of dudes, bro, that's proven at that level, that can break down the defense, can get other guys good looks, and now they can't just build a wall against Giannis. You got a game plan against two legit guys that can go get 30 every night. That's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So I can see the Bucks doing it. The Bucks went after Dame, and he was older. I damn sure could see the Bucks going after John Morant and take the risk. And again, like I said before, they'll feel like they got strong guys in that locker room. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got world champions still in that locker room. So Giannis, I think his presence with Ja alone will help calm Ja down and make Ja feel like he got hope. They'll be the best player he ever played with. And I'll say this last year, I forgot. I can't remember if y'all remember this video. I told y'all this last year when I was talking about Dame Dollar. I said if you took any other of the point guards I told you and put with Giannis, there ain't no way they win in less than 50-something games. I told y'all this last year. And I get John Morant was one of those guys. I said, yo, if you put Jalen Brunson with Giannis Antetokounmpo, they ain't winning no less than 55 games. If you take John Morant and put him with Giannis, they're not winning no less than 55 games. Unless one of them hurt the whole season. And guess what? John Morant was still winning damn near 50 games in the West. Right? I'm telling y'all this. This dude is extremely athletic. You know, he can get up and down the court. You understand what I'm saying? He can push the ball. He can make shit so easy for Giannis. I'm not getting fooled by the Bucks. I'm just telling you the truth, bro. I'm just being very honest with you. Yeah, to be very honest with you, John Morant how old is John Morant? 25 years old, 26 years old? Bro, this man ain't even 27 years old yet. Y'all dudes crazy as hell. If you the Bucks and you get him and you put him with Giannis, and you got shooters around him, then if I'm the Bucks, what I do is here's the thing that the Bucks got a problem with. They're the worst rebounding team in the league, and this is what everybody's not talking about. This is the point everybody is leaving out. The Bucks are the worst rebounding team in basketball. Miles Turner has been a nightmare because he can't rebound, and he's playing 30-something minutes, damn near 30 minutes a night. You can't have that. You have to be able to have your bigs crash the boards. It can't just be Giannis. You're gonna lose every single night. So they gotta have guys that can get on those boards, and that's been killing them. It's not even you can't even think about Doc on that. It's their guys. I mean, rebounding is something you gotta want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about this. Phil Jackson, the greatest coach to ever coach in the history of the game of basketball. The great Phil Jackson, right? The greatest coach to ever coach in basketball. Phil. I want y'all to think about something. Phil ain't had to go tell Dennis to rebound. Phil didn't never have to tell Dennis to rebound. I want y'all to think about this. Think about what I just said one more time. When did you ever hear Phil Jackson telling Dennis, hey, Dennis, go hit the boards, man? Man, motherfucker ain't never had to tell no Dennis Rodman to go rebound, nigga. He never had to tell Dennis Rodman to go rebound. Dennis Rodman going out there and getting 15, 16 rebounds every night. You literally got to tell these guys to hit the boards now. And that's the bad part for the Bucks. For the Bucks to be the worst rebounding team in the league, that's disgusting. And I'm just being honest with you. You got Giannis, Portis, Kuzma, all them guys on the team. That's just lack of effort. Wait, that's just underperforming. That's just underperforming. You know what I mean? Vamos dentro, loco. Hey, habla puerto, boy. That's just bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with y'all. You know what I mean? Maria. Hey, baby. Hey, get that food. That's just bad. That's just bad. That's just bad. I'm just telling y'all. Yeah, they want John Morant in the first round pick. I just told y'all that.
I told y'all the other week that they was working on this. I don't know why these cats don't want to listen. I just told y'all this a couple days ago that the Bucks was working on this. Y'all thought I was capping. Now they just reported tonight they want Ryan Reynolds a first round pick. So I believe Kuzma will probably be involved. You know what I mean? I definitely believe Kuzma gonna get involved. You know what I'm saying? I would hate that they had to throw Bobby Portis in there. That's something I would hate. That's something I would hate, Bobby Portis, right? And so again, you know what I mean? Well, shout out to my boy Hitman in the room. Hitman. The reason why I'm surprised is because the Bucks had Brook Lopez last year. He wasn't a great rebounder. Brook Lopez was a worse rebounder than Miles Turner. And guess what? The Bucks still wasn't the worst team in rebounding last year, and they pretty much had the same big man core. So that's why I'm surprised. Hitman, when you come in here talking to me, homie, got no basketball, my G. They had a worse rebounder in Brook Lopez starting, right? Last year. And they wasn't this bad rebounding the ball, right? They wasn't. And they had him, Bobby Portis, they was rotating the same guys. And they wasn't this bad, right? So when you think about it, you know what I mean? You said how many times said the Bucks gonna do something? Well, first of all, I told you this. I said if Giannis doesn't get hurt, Giannis been hurt a lot too. Giannis has been hurt a whole lot, bro. That's had something to do with it. I mean, Giannis has missed a lot of games, bro. In the last few years, bro, Giannis has been injury prone. You got to tell the truth, man. He hasn't been reliable as far as his injury situation, especially in the playoffs some of these years, man. It's backfired on them with that guy in the playoffs. You know, when you're not available in the playoffs for your team a lot, it hurts you, right? It hurts you, right? So I did say they'll win 60 games, but I also said if Giannis, right, plays, right? That's what I said, right? That's what I told you. If Giannis doesn't get hurt, and Giannis definitely got hurt, so that has hurt them a whole lot this season. Those injuries, right? But as I told y'all, like I told y'all, um, John Morant, I would do it. I know a lot of y'all might not understand, but I understand it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think John Morant's career would end up better in Milwaukee than it would in Miami, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. My opinion, John Morant don't need to be in Miami. I'm gonna be honest with you. It ain't even about the organization. He don't need to be in Miami, in my opinion. In my opinion, John Morant, his ass need to be somewhere. He need to be somewhere where he can just lock in and not have really that much to do, but focus on basketball. You know what I'm saying? You go to Milwaukee, home of the players. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy 78 Sports TV. You go out there to Milwaukee, man, bro. You get locked in and get focused on that game, big dog. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And you know they gonna the people on the outside gonna kind of keep you in check. Everybody kind of know everybody, so it ain't like you're gonna be able to move and do stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just facts. You know what I mean? That's just facts. To the person who says I'm delusional, no, I'm not delusional. And I have criticized Doc Rivers, and I think Doc Rivers has done a horrific job this season. I don't deny that, and I don't run away from that. I don't believe in the job that Doc Rivers has done this year. I think Doc Rivers has been a nightmare this year, but I also think that Giannis Antetokounmpo's injuries, his lack of leadership since they won the championship, have also contributed a lot. Giannis's panicking has contributed. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I'm gonna say this to y'all again. I'm gonna go back to Dennis Rodman. See, some guys are players. You ain't gotta tell them what to do. You ain't gotta tell Dennis Rodman. Phil Jackson ain't had to draw one play for Dennis Rodman. I want y'all to really think about this. This is the greatest coach to ever coach the game of basketball. This is why I tell y'all, a lot of this shit you got to put on the players. You look in between the lines of the game. The Bucks are the worst rebounding team in basketball. How is that possible? When you got Kuzma, who normally gets you 6, 7 rebounds. When you got Bobby Portis, who's supposed to be a guy who can get rebounds. When you got daggone, um, what you call it, supposed to get you at least 7 rebounds. The starting center. It's a shame these dudes tapping out like this, bro. And I'm just being honest with you. I'm calling how I see it. It's a shame the Bucks tapping out like that this year, bro. They ought to be ashamed of themselves for tapping out like that. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you. You know? That's why I kind of glad they ain't fired Doc Rivers. The players got to look at themselves, man. At some point in time, you can't always look at the coach. You got to look at the players, bro. Like, y'all getting a check, bro. I'm telling you, man. Sometimes you look at the players and say, hey, dog, you getting a fucking check, man. What are you doing out here, bro? Are you serious about this shit, bro? Or are you just playing games and wasting time? You getting a check, bro. Let me tell you something. You take that shit personal, man. You get a check to play basketball. You get paid to play basketball, bro. Go do your fucking job. This what made those Bulls teams, those old school teams, so great. Guys just went out there and did their job, and they weren't even getting paid this type of money. But mofos did their job. Steve Kerr knew he had to come in the game, hit 3, 4, 5 threes. That's your job. Just do your job. You know what I'm saying? Think about what I'm saying to y'all. What I'm saying to all of y'all is 100% facts. Do your job, right? When you look across the board, keep going. What was Bill Cartwright job? Bill Cartwright hit that little ugly ass. What was it? Too raw. 12-footer. Hit that ugly shit. Play some defense in the post and get a couple rebounds, nigga. Set some good screens, right? I want y'all to think, Scotty. Come on, you already know what you gonna do. Mike got one guy, you gotta lock up that other guy. Whoever it is, you locking his ass up. We picking this nigga up full. You picking him up full court. You taking this nigga out the game. That's your job. You know what I'm saying? You gonna bring the ball up. You know, run the show. Get us in our shit. Get us in the triangle. That's your job. Do your job. That's the part I'm telling everybody. Do your job, man. Cats don't be wanting to do their job no more, man. I'm telling y'all this. Motherfuckers be getting checks and going home and shit, bro. Nigga, y'all watch the game. I'm watching the games. Niggas ain't out there giving max effort. You can't always just keep blaming the coach every single time. I'm telling you this. That's an easy cop out. Oh, the coach, the coach, the coach. Nigga, the coach can scream to the top of his lungs. If you don't got the desire, you ain't gonna do shit. Period. Phil Jackson, one of the greatest coaches, like I said, he's a great coach in my opinion to ever coach a game. He got his ass kicked by the Detroit Pistons. Why? The Pistons wanted to do everything right. Chauncey wanted to run the show. He wanted to get them in their shit and run the show. Big Ben wanted to be a demon defensively and rebounding the basketball. Rip Hamilton knew, hey, I come off these 2, 3, 4 screens. I'm hitting that midi all night long. Tayshaun Prince knew, oh, okay, I got Kobe. I'm on this nigga like white on rice. Think about all these things I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all some real shit. Do your job, bro. I come from an era. That's why we cook all these niggas. You know what I'm saying? But y'all want to get mad when dudes are talking this shit about Jokic, and I'm telling dudes like Whack Attack and the rest of these bums about glazing Jokic and shit. When real talk, dudes like Jokic and LeBron James, they disarm their teammates. They don't even let their teammates do their full jobs. Make a motherfucker go stand in the corner. Then you got Whack Attack out here making all y'all think that these dudes is bums, can't play ball, and just statues and shit because of the way he play. And when we tell y'all that shit wouldn't go down like that in the 90s, y'all got to understand this. In the 90s, everybody could do their job. The superstars, they're going to do superstar shit. The role players, they're going to do what they role player shit. The shit they supposed to do. Nigga, if you supposed to be out here getting rebounds, if you supposed to be an enforcer, do your job. That's your job. I'm telling y'all this, man. That's the same thing with the Milwaukee Bucks right now. Motherfuckers ain't doing their job. I want you to think about this shit. These mofos ain't doing their job. And I'm talking about the little things, bro. Boxing out. Watch the tape. Boxing out. Getting in right position. Fighting for the board. Right? Sprinting back on defense. Making an extra pass. Not over dribbling. Just do your job. Stop trying to do extra shit. That helps win. If y'all watch all the great teams that won, watch the San Antonio Spurs. Mono, Pop said this the best. Manu Ginobili could have did whatever the fuck he wanted to do. He was that great. You know what Ginobili did? He did his fucking job that he was asked to do. Ginobili come in the game off the bench and cook these motherfuckers. What did Ginobili do? He walked in the game and cooked their ass every time. That made him win championships. Period. Everybody was doing their job. Tim Duncan, you already knew what he was gonna do. He did his job. Tony Parker, do your job. Break down the defense. And when we can't get nothing, go get a bucket. Bruce Bowen, you gonna strap up whoever it is, Kobe, T-Mac, whoever it is on the wing. Yeah, that's you tonight. You all on their ass. This is doing your job. Think about this. All these great teams, all these players, these guys did their jobs. That's why I told you, and they took pride in that shit, bro. These dudes don't take that no more. You got niggas like LeBron James. He ain't want to do his job. Look at LeBron James, bitch ass. Nigga, 42 years old, capping, nigga. Still trying to be the fucking man. Nigga, you 42 years old, still acting like you 24. You see the young boy coming up balling, but what you do, you hating on the nigga trying to tear him down. You don't even want Austin Reeves to get off. And y'all was winning when you was doing that shit. That's why I told you I don't be having no respect for dudes like that, bro. And he disarmed his teammates and they can't even do their job. Real talk. Because you want to do everything. Because you want the stat sheet to show. This is the same type of shit I be telling y'all with Jokic. That nigga want the stat sheet to show I did everything. So then everybody can say, hey man, he's the MVP. His teammates is trash. No, his teammates ain't trash. That offensive system was trash. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I got a video coming on this. I didn't really want to go off on Mike Malone, but I gotta cook Mike Malone. Mike Malone is getting exposed. That new coach they got is exposing Mike Malone. He is exposing. You know why he's exposing Mike Malone? Because he's showing you how to use these other pieces. Now that he ain't got to worry about Jokic right now, he's showing you. Oh, I can coach. I can use these other guys now. This man down 5 players, key players, and still winning games, competitive in games. Think about this. They had y'all thinking that team was ass without Jokic. That team is Jokic and all these other guys, and the streets keep me rolling. I won't stop because he presidents I'm holding. Y'all see what I'm talking about. I'm telling y'all the coolest, cold, hard facts. Why? Because guys are able to do their jobs. They're unlocked. You understand what I'm saying? That's all these dudes in the NBA for a reason, right? Got to go stand in the fucking corner and worry about LeBron James or worry about goddamn fucking I got to go stand in the corner, worry about LeBron James, bitch ass, or worry about Jokic. Come up, hold the ball at the top of the key, and he got to make every fucking pass. Man, get the hell out of here, man. And y'all going for this shit. He got to make every goddamn pass. I want y'all to think about this shit. Why do Jokic have to make every pass? Why? Why did Nikola Jokic have to make every fucking pass? Everybody should ask yourselves that question. Like, why do Jokic have to make every pass? Like, I'm really thinking about that. And then what y'all do is, yeah, I don't hate Jokic, but I hate what they do. They use Jokic to push a line, bruh. This is what they do. And if we telling you the truth, it's getting exposed. The way they use, even the way they was using Jokic, Mike Malone and them. You're trying to get a guy to win MVPs when you should be trying to win championships. You don't even have to play that way to win. They're playing that way just to showcase how great of a player Jokic can be. Cut it out. This is the same shit we told y'all about Mike. Y'all say, oh, well, LeBron, he do everything. Nigga, if the coach put Mike at the point, Mike gonna get 10, 11 assists. See, this is why y'all niggas don't know basketball. Mike IQ was so high, he gonna get 10, 11 assists just off IQ. Michael Jordan, him and Kobe are the type of dudes. If they really wanted to do something, they could do it. Like, if they really wanted to play point and average a triple-double, they could do it. It wasn't about that. They played their role. Their roles was being a killer. Everybody else play y'all role. D Fish, you play your role. You hit big shots. You play D. You understand what I'm saying? You bring that leadership. You feel me? Trevor Ariza, you play your role. You go over there, you play the perimeter defense, and you hit threes. That's your role. Shannon Brown, you come in and play your role. You athletic, you get up and down the court. You understand what I'm saying? You get in the open court, boom, you making us more athletic, more explosive. Pow, you do your job. We throwing it in on the post to you. We need 20 and 10 from you every night, right? We don't need you to be soft. We need you to go in here and get work. You know what I'm saying? Make these dudes pay. Think about everything I'm telling y'all this. You damn right. Mike was averaging triple double Phil. I mean when Doug Collins put him on at the point. These niggas don't even know basketball, bro. Man,
What's going
yeah,
on, Ticket? Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. What's going on, champ?
All right, so now I just got two questions for you as far as this trade. Well, a potential trade.
Go ahead.
One, what would they have to give up overall, and what makes sense for them to give up? Two, you think Ja could potentially be a good fit next to Giannis and Turner?
You damn right, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. You put two superstars beside each other, nigga. I don't care who it is. Figure it out. When you put two superstars beside each other, bro, niggas can ball. Figure it out. The question is it, and Giannis have already showed you he don't gotta have the biggest ego on the team. He's still gonna do him. He don't have to see. That's the shit that kills Stephon Marbury and Kevin Garnett. Egos. But if them two niggas would have played together, they would have achieved a lot more.
I think so. I think they
So
broke up
yeah,
way too
Giannis is
quick.
the type of Giannis. Now see, if this was LeBron James, nah, that shit wouldn't work. Shit, that's why you seeing with Luka right now. That shit ain't gonna work. You couldn't bring no other dude beside that dude. Why? Because he's a selfish dude. He's not the right personality for this. You feel what I'm saying?
I understand. I think Ja needs to change the scenery. Memphis is not the type of place that you really want to go to anyway. And
Nah,
being
I ain't
under
saying that.
somebody's
Hold on.
tutelage.
They was a real solid team. They had injuries along the way that hurt them, but then they didn't listen. Here's the thing, bro. They should have got a stronger. They should have never got rid of Lionel Hollins.
Absolutely.
See, you need a strong coach for Ja Morant. That dude they had, he wasn't strong enough for Ja. You needed an
Right.
old school throwback strong coach. These niggas don't know nothing about the coach I just told you. See, a dude like that, Lionel Hollins, he'll come with a blade from under his tongue on his ass. He one of them old school
Right.
type of cats. He not taking no shit. Period. I would even set up Mark Jackson. Bro, Ja need that old school spirit. That's why I don't mind Doc Rivers coaching him. Cause Doc gonna be on his ass every single day. And you either gonna sink or swim. Period. The
Yep.
true great one is gonna swim. So my thing is this: you put two superstars together in their prime, shit, nigga. Hey, you don't gotta get along. You just gotta be able to go out and do your job. That's what we saw. We saw Kobe and Shaq win three. Doing what? Just being great enough, doing a job.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I'm saying that's where I'm at with it. So you said what do I think they had to give up? Well, it's gonna be Ryan Rollins, a first round pick, probably Kuzma and probably Bobby Portis. I don't want to lose Portis because Portis got too much heart. I would try to come up off one of them other niggas. Not Portis, but I mean, that's probably what it's gonna take.
That's a lot though, ticket. Like,
That's not
like
a lot.
Porter.
That's not a lot right now. You trying to win right now? That's not a lot. I'm trying to win right now. I got a chance to go get John Morant, who's a world talent, a worldwide talent. John Morant is a talent, an all-time talent, bro. We ain't talking about no scrub ass nigga who can't play. We talking about a dude who's an all-world talent. You get a shot to go get them. You're Milwaukee, bro. You don't get chances at big time free agents. You get chances at disgruntled free agents. You go all in on this. Go ahead, Martaven. I see y'all in here.
Hey, salute, Ticket. Salute, panel. Let's go
Salute.
back to something that you said, Ticket, because I don't want you just to glaze by it and not understand the impact of that. Let's go back to Hubie Brown when he took over for the Grizzlies. He built the culture. Lionel Hollins instilled it and carried it over. And then when they
Mm-hmm.
thought that Lionel Hollins was not someone that can sustain it, they tore everything that those two former coaches had made, built an actual culture. This is a fucking team that knocked off a one seed. and was 2 wins away from going to the finals. Remember, they went to the Western Conference Finals against OKC in 2012. So they could have easily beat them and ended up playing, or was it 2011?
Yeah,
I don't
2011.
remember the year, but they were 2 wins away from going to the finals, and that was Lionel Hollins that did that. Lionel Hollins was the one that was shit and grit. Lionel Hollins was the one that made sure it was defense, effort, and pound the paint, make it hard for you. He's the reason why Tony Allen was making Kevin Durant play like shit water. And then they just basically detonated their whole chemistry. They detonated their whole concept, and they haven't regained it. This is why those old school coaches that people shit on and say, "Oh, well, he didn't win a championship. He didn't get a chance to win a championship. They pulled the plug on him too damn soon."
Yeah, well, that was
So,
about. Let me tell you the truth about Lionel Hollins. His situation was about analytics. He wasn't into it, and they bought a guy who was into it. You know what I'm saying? David Hoare, whatever his name is, they brought him in. He was an analytics guy. That's when analytics was starting to get big. Lionel Hollins, the old school guy. He an eye test guy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to fuck with all them analytics. So they wasn't trying to rock with him off that. That I think it was a dumbass move because the dude was in the Western Conference Finals.
and not only that, he was in a Western Conference Final with a team that was a laughing stock for their whole fucking existence.
Right. You're right, bro. And so, I mean, like I said, this is just the dumbass mistakes in NBA history. Dumbass mistakes. But you're right, bro. But listen, to answer that brother's question, bro, you got a chance to, bro. You're the Bucks. You're not getting superstars over there just off free agency. You got a chance to steal somebody like this in a trade, man. You got to go get him, bro. I ain't got time to wait to see if Ryan Rollins gonna be this or that. Nah, I ain't got time for that. Nah, it's time to go. It's go time, bro. You got to go do that shit, bro. You the Bucks. It ain't like you the Lakers or you the, you know what I'm saying? You one of the big teams that Nick somebody who always can go try to get somebody in free agency. Nah, dog. You the Bucks. You gotta go get that, bro.
Well,
I'm
ticket.
sorry.
Well,
Let me
uh,
let me ask you this. So, go ahead. So, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, no, no. Go ahead. I'll go after you.
All right. Well, so I've been up here before. I'm a Spurs fan. Now, I don't want Giannis on the Spurs. I think it'll be too easy if he went to the Spurs. But if they don't get Morant, do you think that Giannis would leave if they went after maybe like a Zion Williamson? Do you think Giannis would leave?
No, Giannis ain't going nowhere. He spent his career there. Giannis be trolling. Giannis be trolling and doing dumb shit to try to get the Bucks to make moves. Giannis ain't going nowhere, bro. Giannis ain't got enough heart to tell them people he gonna leave.
Hmm.
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
And
He owe too much.
and
He owe
Zion is
too
too immature.
much.
If he
He
ain't doing anything in New Orleans, he sure as hell ain't gonna do nothing in Milwaukee.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if I disagree. I think if you put a superstar with Giannis, Giannis is so serious. If you put another superstar in their prime with him, the way he works is gonna have to elevate them. They ain't got no choice. Giannis gonna work now. I ain't gonna say he ain't gonna work. He gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you got a chance to put two superstars talents together. You do it. I don't care what means by it is. John Moran ain't had no major, you know what I'm saying, surgeries or nothing like that, bro. Listen, I'm going. Listen, you gotta do it. I'm sorry, bro. You gotta take a risk,
Why?
man.
Why not take the chance?
You have to. I mean, because if you don't take it, you gonna stand in mediocrity, and then you gonna have to get lucky in the draft again. And by the time you do that, Giannis is gonna be off his time. This is the only move they have left. They're gonna make the move. This is their last move right here. Let's just be honest. This is their last move at a real superstar. They pull this off and they turn this season around. Woo,
Hmm.
boy,
When's the deadline?
huh?
When is
Um,
the
In,
trade deadline?
It's
in
coming up, but they want to move
February.
after the
that
All
before the
Star
trade
break,
deadline. That's getting ready to happen in the next couple of days. That might happen
Oh,
after tonight. That may happen in like 2 days. This deal
oh.
ain't this ain't gonna be a deal that way. This shit get ready to go down ASAP.
Yeah, I think his John needs a new. He just needs like Memphis needs to build around. But they talking about getting rid of Jaren Jackson Jr. too. They must want
Yeah,
to
they gonna
tank
tear.
for real.
I think they might tear it all up. They might just tear it all down. If I'm
they're
Yeah.
them,
trying
I
to
don't get
they're
rid of
trying to
both
let that new
Ja
coach
and Jaren
build the
Jackson. I get rid of
identity.
one of them and just build around the other one.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you, bro. Like that situation, man, bro. I do it, bro. I go for it, bro. I go for the gusto, man.
But is
Regardless
Ja
of
a
what the Bucks think
championship
they have to
player
do.
though?
I mean, and think about this: if John Morant
No.
plays well, boy, in the East, ooh, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah, the East is up. Even with the Bucks struggles, they're not really that far out. Like the East is
Mm-mm.
still up for grab. Detroit is good, but they not like oh man, the bad boys in the
Detroit
West.
Look,
is good, but Detroit
the
is
whole NBA
young.
will be scared they get John Morant.
They not
Yeah,
really
If
battle
Ja go in there and
tested.
focus.
Right.
yeah.
If Ja go in there and focus locked in, they get him, the whole league gonna be scared. Because now you got two guys like that on the same team. Bro, I
I'm
do
a
it, man.
Spurs fan, ticket. I wouldn't be scared of them,
Well,
man.
you
I think
hold
the
on. You
Spurs.
should. Well, y'all should be scared anyways, because y'all gonna have a hard time getting out there west. You got running to OKC in OKC.
They got to run into the Spurs. It's the other way around.
Nah, they the world champs. You gotta go through
Oh,
them.
okay.
See, you
I
forget. Hold
mean,
on, you forgetting that women them
Because
ain't won
guess what?
shit.
The regular
They
season is
independent
different than the
champs.
playoffs. Regular
you're
In
season
the
right,
and
but
last
playoffs,
in the
two
last
different
time
things.
y'all played, they stumped on y'all ass. Even though
you're
y'all
right.
got the
But
reason.
I mean,
Hold on, but they don't.
they
But
they
I'm saying
finally
it.
got.
Nah, but
Go
you gotta
ahead.
understand this too. You gotta understand this too. Them niggas is locked in, bro. They not fucking with y'all no more. When they see y'all, they taking y'all serious. Y'all one of the teams they
Mhm.
Okay,
taking the most serious, bro. So I
okay.
wouldn't be a Spurs fan. I wouldn't get in the head over my shoulders right now about that situation. I wouldn't feel comfortable, nigga. You gonna have to
I'm
beat them
not.
in the playoffs to feel comfortable.
Well, the Spurs ain't fully healthy either. I mean, I know OKC has, but Devin Vassell makes a difference. I think when they play in San Antonio in a couple of weeks, you're gonna be like,
I'm not saying
yeah,
he don't. I'm just saying y'all got a hard path out the playoffs, out the West. So it ain't gonna be no just with the Bucks. Nah, I'm saying you put John Morant down there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's a superstar with another superstar. That turns Milwaukee all the way up.
yeah, I agree. I agree. You think Doc Rivers
That's
can
what.
coach both of them?
Yeah, bro. That Rivers on coach Rondo and goddamn Ray Allen, all them dudes, bro. What we talking about, bro? He dealt
I
with
Okay.
all
think
different types of
I, I
personalities.
I think Giannis
So
will
yeah,
keep him
man. I mean, my
focused
whole
too.
thing is this, bro. What is Ja coming in on?
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
If he
exactly.
if he come in like, yo, I'm just glad to get out of Memphis. It's go time, which I think that's what he gonna do. Man, the league got a fucking problem.
I
Yeah,
think
but that's a
Giannis will
big
keep him
if,
focused
though.
too.
Ticket. That's a big if.
Yeah,
I think Giannis will keep him focused.
I'm telling you, bro.
yeah. Giannis ain't gonna play with him. Giannis gonna let him know, hey
Right.
man, you
Giannis will
come and
keep
do
him
your job.
focused.
Yeah, they
Is
gonna
that my man
look.
from
Giannis gonna let him
Chicago?
rock.
You know it.
Giannis try to let Dame rock.
Yeah, Dame just didn't fit in.
Giannis gonna let him rock. You watch. Martavian, y'all see that? Giannis gonna let that boy rock. They go over
Yep.
there,
See,
man. They're gonna be a hard matchup on a night-to-night basis. I'm telling you this.
Hmm.
and people may
Because they
not
got
agree with
shooters.
me. Go
They got
ahead.
shooters too, dog. The reason why they getting beat is because they getting killed on the boards. They got two areas to focus on. That and getting a rebound in bed.
Yeah. Now like I said, I've been a Spurs fan almost 30 years, but people might not agree. I think Giannis has been the best overall player in the league since his second MVP. Yeah, I mean people can say Jokic or SGA or whatever. When it comes to both sides of the court, as equally impactful, it's been
Yeah.
Giannis for like 8 years. That's me. I still think he's the best. Even though I love Wemby, but I think Giannis is the best, and I would like to see him get one more. He loves Milwaukee. His family loves it, but
Well,
and them booing him, and that's crazy.
listen, all that shit, that's not crazy because he got to step his game up.
Right.
When you got to step your game up, the fans expect excellence from you. So they boo you. Shit, you deserve to get booed, nigga.
Hmm.
Period. That means you
The
ain't doing
Bulls
your
didn't
job.
boo Mike. The Bulls didn't
Man,
boo Mike.
listen. Mike ain't never gave a
Cause
reason
Mike,
to boo him.
I was just finna say that.
Mike played hard all the
Mike didn't
time.
put up
There
no
was no
shit like
reason to
this.
boo.
Right, but Giannis played hard.
No,
Just
no, no,
because they
no. You're
losing,
not
though.
hearing me. Mike didn't play on no shit like this.
Right.
No,
Mike
no.
never gave the hold on. Listen, Mike never gave the Bulls a reason to boo him. They never had a reason to boo that nigga. Cause you know
I,
why? Because the Bulls was getting better every year. The Bulls was on
yeah.
top every damn year. Damn it. From Mike came in the league, the Bulls getting better every year.
A ticket. I don't think people know
They didn't
how
have no
far
reason to boo
down.
that nigga. He
I don't
wasn't cheating
think.
you on effort. He wasn't cheating the team on effort, and the team was performing every single year.
I don't
They was
think
going to the
people.
playoffs. They was making. They
Right.
was going to the finals. Come on, bro.
Yeah. I don't think people
Mike
understand.
never gave you. He never gave you a reason to boo him.
I don't think people understand how bad the Bulls were before
You
Mike
didn't see
came.
Mike on teams that looked like this until he was with the Wizards and 40 years old, bro.
You're right.
Well, I would say that first 2 years.
So let's
I would
not
say
do
that
that, bro.
first 2 years
In
when
the
they
Bulls,
had
First
a whole
two.
bunch of coke heads on the team.
No,
Let's
the
not do
first
that.
three. The first
Mike can
Okay,
three.
never give
three it
you no
is.
reason for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stars
Yeah.
showed up every single night back then. Hakeem, the
Mm.
fans ain't boo Hakeem like that.
Mm-mm.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, these fans, a lot of them, the social media
Nah,
age, a
man,
lot of
no,
them
they
people
right, bro.
expect.
They right. Giannis has been on cap, bro. They right. He been on cap since he won that second championship. That nigga ain't had the same focus.
You mean MVP?
No. But hold up, ticket. Like, is he not playing hard every night?
He no, that you're not understanding, bro. See, this is why you gotta understand being on the court and understand situations. Understand what I'm saying. I ain't talking about numbers. Giannis one of them niggas. He walk on the court, he gonna have his numbers. We ain't talking about that. I'm talking about his impact and his presence,
Okay,
right?
got it. Got it. I
That's
get
what
what
I'm
you're saying.
talking about. I'm talking about his overall presence, his impact, his force on the team, and his imposing his will on the other team, allowing his team to break the other team's will. He not doing that. It's just like LeBron James right now. LeBron James out here scoring all these points, and the team out here getting their ass kicked. No
Hmm.
effect.
And don't forget
Okay.
about this one point: not taking no nights off. Jordan didn't do that.
Yeah.
See,
Hey,
you
nights
got to keep it
off.
100, right?
What's that?
So
Exactly.
real talk.
Exactly.
And
That
John
right
H and all
there.
them people gotta be telling that dude, man, look, man, it's it for you, dog. If you don't want to play basketball no more, quit. Dude, pull a Ben Simmons, nigga. Because if you go out here bullshitting, this it. At least
He
let's
did
get you
pull
up
a
out of
Ben
there, bro.
Simmons. He pulled a Ben
Man,
Simmons with the sciatica hoax.
I forgot all about Ben Simmons, man. That dude,
That's the
that
point.
man, dang, bro. But all right, ticket. I appreciate you letting me. I'm gonna drop on down, man. Y'all rock out.
All right, dog, ain't no thing but a chicken wing on the string.
Hmm.
And Martavian, you know what it is, bro. We telling these cats all the time. Hey, Nathan, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Ticket?
Nathan, you
No,
online?
yeah, I'm
Can
here.
y'all hear Nathan? Martavian,
Yeah.
can you hear Nathan?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear him.
Can
I
you hear
can't hear
me?
y'all niggas. Can y'all
Can you
hear
hear me?
Martavian and Nathan, y'all?
Can you hear me?
Can you
Y'all
hear
let me know
me?
in the comment section if y'all can hear Martavian and Nathan.
Yeah, because I
'Cause
can
I
hear
can't hear either one of them
Nate.
niggas.
Right.
Y'all let me know in
I
the
want
comments, man, if y'all can hear him. If y'all
Yeah,
can
we
hear
right
him,
here,
then it's
ticket.
me.
Yep. We right
Because
here.
I can't hear him, niggas.
Tivia says
Oh,
she
y'all can hear
here.
him? All right, hold on. I'm coming right back. Y'all keep cooking. I'm coming right back.
All right.
Yeah. So
What's
what's
been
going
up with
on?
you, old man?
Oh man, just chilling. Doing my thing.
Yeah, Happy New Year. I didn't talk to you since last year.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
for
I couldn't
real.
even
That's
hear
for
him,
real.
man. My bad. I couldn't even hear y'all the whole time. All I gave was with one nigga.
Yeah, we was like, we here. You thinking
Yeah,
we
Right.
my
left
bad,
you.
dog. My bad. I can only hear him. Something going on with stream, y'all. Where I can only hear like one of y'all sometimes. Like, the hell going on? But Martavian, yeah, man. What you feel about everything? Nathan, what y'all feel about it, man? I'm gonna let y'all cook.
Well, look, whatever is good for the Milwaukee Bucks, they need to
Would
start
you
thinking
hold
that.
on?
Are they
Would you take the shot at the superstar, knowing that it's Milwaukee, knowing that they don't get superstars all the time, bro? This is the only way you're gonna be able to get superstars unless you get through the draft.
well, they sat there and win now mode, so you miss every take. So, why not? You already set the precedent going out there getting Dame. you know. So, you can get a younger version of a athletic point guard, and we know athleticism is something that you need on this Milwaukee team. This the Miles Turner signing doesn't seem like it's working out at all. So you got to do something. You can't just sit up here and stay put.
Right, Nathan, what you got?
I'll do it, but I don't know if I would get rid of Portis. I'll try to keep Portis.
Yeah, Portis is your glue guy.
Yeah, I'll probably give Miles Turner. I see you, Miles. Thank you for your short service. But I'll try it. Like you say, John Morant, what, 26?
Yeah,
Why
Yeah, yeah,
not?
yeah. I make
Why
a move,
not?
bro.
he's
But
26, but he
Martavian,
acts 17.
yeah, but
Well,
Martavian, you got to go.
and
Listen,
but
man.
he
If
gonna
you're the
be in
team,
Milwaukee. He'll be all right. He'll be in Milwaukee. He'll be all right.
Hey, there's a lot of distractions in Milwaukee. I'm up here in
And
Racine, so
not as much as Memphis.
touche. However, Chicago's only a 45-minute drive away too, so
Yeah.
there's that.
No, I believe Giannis though would keep him focused. I think Giannis will keep him focused.
Yeah, I agree with him. I agree with him.
You know, I
I
think
think
he'll keep him focused.
Giannis is mature enough, in my opinion. He's mature enough to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Even though he has a Philly side to him, I think if he gets Ja, they'll give him more. You know what I'm saying? He'll be more locked in.
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Yeah, you don't think so, Martavian?
You know what? I'm on the fence. I want to say with Doc and Giannis, they can kind of get in his ear, talk to him about being a fresh start, starting his career all over again, and you have a chance to win. If he's really trying to play basketball and he really wants to change his image, yes. But if he's a young Thundercat that you can, you know what I'm saying, you ain't listening to anything. We'll see. We'll see by the end of the season
Martavian,
what
you gotta think about
what's
this
up.
too. Let me say this to you. Put this on your brain. You gotta think about this too, dog. Bro, check this out. He know what time it is, bro. He he know it's his last shot. He know it's
Yeah,
his last shot, bro. So to me, you know what I'm saying? He gotta go. He gotta go for it.
yeah. Giannis, Giannis not a young puppy now. Giannis not a young puppy, so you got to go for it. You got to go for it, and he got a lot to prove.
Yeah, I
You
think they're
go,
gonna do it, man. You gotta get. I mean, like I said, you got a shot to get a superstar talent. You gotta go do it, man. I mean, he's definitely a superstar talent.
yeah. Hey, but Tigger, let me ask you this: do you think Milwaukee's playing? You like Giannis, like sometimes running the point? Like I know, I heard you talk about Jokic. Do you like Giannis bringing the ball down and all that stuff?
No, and that's why I think John Morant helps because John Morant will be the one bringing the ball up the court.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I
Giannis need to
don't.
Giannis need to cut his game in half. See, we ain't talking enough about that. He need to
Yeah.
cut his game in half. And what I mean by that, what do I mean? All that damn dribbling and shit, he need to cut that shit down. His
Hmm.
game need to be his game need to be mid
getting
post
out in the
and
open
low.
and running and playing in the post.
Mid post and low. That's right. Mid
Right.
post and low is what his game need to be. That's it.
Like, like I heard you guys talking about Jokic earlier. Jokic could be so much dominant if he just played within the
No,
system.
no, he don't have to be dominant. It ain't about him being dominant.
No,
He
I'm
is
just saying. I'm talking
no.
about
The team. Let me say this.
impactful,
No. The
impactful to the
team.
team.
No. He. I mean, listen. The team can win if he just played how big men normally play. He's still gonna get big numbers.
Right.
But
Right.
if he didn't have to, want to bounce. If he didn't have to bring the ball up or goddamn catch the ball at the top every single time and have every action like go through him every time at the top of the key, he eliminates and takes it away from his guards and all that other shit, bro.
Right. That's what I was talking about, kind of.
Right. So the numbers look good with him. The stats look good, but you got all these MVPs in one championship.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I
But like
thought
you,
MVP is supposed to go to the best player on the best team
Yo,
with the
hey
best
Martavian,
impact.
I forgot to ask you. I wanted to ask you about this. I want you to get your full breakdown. I'm gonna let you have it. I want you to get your full breakdown on what you think about this whole Giannis situation and the whack attack and all these other dudes. I mean,
You
not
know
Giannis,
what?
Jokic, Jokic.
I'm a I'm gonna start off by saying this, and I'm gonna be very, very honest and transparent. When I first heard about Scap, I used to fuck with him. I used to look at him. He had a very, very unbiased take. I liked how he brought things together, brought them full circle. He was a Kobe guy, allegedly, and I gave him a fair shake. Now, when I used to watch a certain channel, I'm not going to mention because of certain reasons, but when he started to lean and pivot into the very thing that he accused LeBron fans and Kobe fans and Jordan fans of doing, basically making excuses for why they didn't win when they did win or when they didn't win. He started leaning into that with Joker. And it became very, very, very tiring. It's like the number one thing that you did. Now, I saw Mass cook the shit out of him on a short. Then he was on the podcast or on a panel, and Ticket showed up, and Ticket gave him a compliment. Said he likes what he does. He likes, what he brings to YouTube. And Scap was very quiet. You know what I'm saying? Very quiet. Didn't really say anything. Just kind of like soaked it all in. But the part that pissed me off was he started going after Ticket the moment Ticket got off the panel. He didn't have that same smoke for him while he was on there. He started saying that, my people tried to get in contact with Ticket and he wanted to
I told him let's do it right there. Them dudes are
Yeah,
scared
but
to do it
remember,
right
he
there.
didn't say anything. He stayed quiet the whole time that you were talking.
I was telling him, I was like, hey, bro, you doing the same shit to Jokic that you accuse people of doing to LeBron James. I told him that on that screen.
And he waited for Ticket to get off the panel, called him all out of his name, how much of he's a coward, and he runs away from smoke, and he will cook him, and all this other shit. So behind the scenes, I had talked to a certain person that was on that panel, and they were basically saying that he's becoming more and more inside his own fame. Now, he goes on Jason Whitlock, gives his takes. He goes on other people's panels, and he has a live. And it seems like it's only crafted to boost up Jokic and then don't give a fuck about the teammates. He was calling Jamal Murray a bum during a playoff run where he was compromised, really didn't play that well, but he played well enough to get the Lakers up out of there in 4. Okay. He's never played with another All-Star seems to be his number one gripe. Not even Michael Jordan played 10 years without an All-Star. Joker's numbers, and we're only talking about one side of the ball, mind you, is better. His usage rate is better. His win shares are better. But what he fails to do is when we start bringing up the other side of the ball, which is defense, he pivots to the LeBron talking points. Well, he averaged this many steals. He averaged this many blocks. But we know that defense is more than just steals and blocks. Defense is also how you prevent things from happening, how you could turn the game around. Remember, he gave up a game winner on a layup he gave up on. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Russell Westbrook that had the layup, and he just gave up on it.
I gotta say this to you. Kawhi Leonard's a coward. He ducked the fucking Raptors tonight, bro. He's a fucking coward. He didn't want to do the post-game press conference, bro. He's a coward, bro.
Wow.
What?
Wow. After as good as he's been playing, he ducked the Raptors.
They in Toronto getting beat right now. He ducked the Raptors. He's a bitch, bro.
Oh, the Clippers are losing?
You damn right. They in
Wow.
Toronto. He ducked that game.
You sound
That's the
like he's
only game they play in
surprised.
Toronto, and he ducked that game.
That's
These
sad.
guys are so selfish, man. They are so selfish, man. They don't think about the fans at all.
Now, let me get back to what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let you have it, but let me get back to what I was saying. Now, I started to notice when Ticket was calling him out, every time he makes the video, instead of saying Ticket's name, he will allude to people in his comments or other content creators. That's the number one thing he would say, other content creators. There's not another content creator that goes as hard against Scap than Ticket. And especially last night, that video that he made, everybody who knows the situation knows he's only talking about one person and one person only. He's just too afraid to call his name. And I think that's a coward. It's the same way he called you a coward for ducking him when you really wasn't ducking him. Because if you go back and watch it, if you ever go and try to find that video between Ticket and Scap, it's on Bulls Fans All the Best. or Michael Jordan fans are the best, rather. Uh, and he literally, when you look at it, he really had nothing to say to Ticket when he was on the panel. He did all that talking when Ticket was completely off the panel, and it was confirmed because he asked Dart, "Is Ticket still here?" And Dart said, "No, he's not here anymore." That's when he started puffing his chest out and talking all his hot shit. So I hope
They pushed
and
me, bro.
pray.
They pushed me off the stream because they was like, "All right, Ticket, we ain't gonna let you just do this today." I was like, "What?" Them niggas kind of pushed me off the stream because they didn't want me cooking his ass. They was saying that I said, "Nigga, I'm the reason why y'all stream turned up. Y'all niggas had like 100 people and y'all came here. You got like 400-500 right now."
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he takes your invitation to get a one-on-one.
I'm
You know what I'm
annihilate him.
saying?
I'm annihilate
But
him.
that video you did, I woke up to that video, Ticket, and to see those words in a comment section,
Mm-hmm.
it just really, really, really made me feel some type of way.
And the salute, nigga.
Who's not playing today right now? Who's not?
Kokala, nigga.
Oh, Kawhi. Okay.
Is that Dada?
Nah. Ain't no nigga
He
ever come
say,
no
da.
Ain't no nigga. Hell no. Ain't no nigga ever come. I know you.
My
You
bad. I'm
don't know
sorry.
me. Who the fuck named himself Dada? What the fuck? All right.
He did better by saying Day Day.
Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. All right.
No, I remember your voice. I'm sorry if I called you by the wrong name. My bad.
Nah. What surprised me, you said Dada. I said, nigga, what?
No, there's
I don't know what
somebody to
nigga
be on the
named
stream
Dada.
named Dada for real.
Okay.
I ain't trying to be funny. I just thought you was him.
Nah. You good. Straight.
Yeah, but this is turning into, they have the thing called the sexuals, or I call them the little Israelites. But they call it, it's starting to be like the Joker's fanboys. No matter what Joker does. Now let's keep this in perspective, everybody. Last year, he had 2 games against the Wizards, 56-point triple-double and a 62-point triple-double, and they lost both games. But Joker
Bro,
got no smoke.
Scap talking all
Everybody
that
go.
shit. Jokic lost to the goddamn to the Wizards, to the Kings at home, to the Trailblazers. He lost to all these bad teams this year with him on the court. And the Whack Attack talking shit.
The same bad teams that they're beating without him, but yet
Come on now.
we got to come up with the winning percentage of them total. Who does that?
Bro,
You can't
Jokic
pick
dropped.
who's healthy and who's good. You win
He dropped
who's
50.
in front of you. You beat
Bro,
who's in front of you.
he dropped 50 against the Wizards and lost, bro. Fuck out of
He
here, man.
dropped 60 against the Wizards and lost.
Whack
And
Attack was on here crying.
the Wizards ain't the 86 Celtics. I can see Jordan losing when he scores 60 against one of the best teams of all time. The Wizards are not even the best team in the East, not even the best team in their division. And you put up 60 in the L. Nobody's giving you credit for that.
Or the
Jordan
thing
didn't put up
that's
50 against the Vancouver Grizzlies and lose by 8. Let's stop it. Joker is good, but Joker is not the greatest center of all time. I don't give a fuck how many years he averages a triple-double. Because the last time I seen him in the playoffs when it mattered, Alex Caruso was guarding his goofy ass and he couldn't score on him.
Yeah.
Can we stop?
Yeah. Hey, like I just came over because I just seen the title, breaking news: Bucks may be on Verge and trading for John Morant. Listen, I've been saying in the beginning of the season, man, them bum ass Bucks was gonna do nothing, man. I'm not surprised that they're in the situation they're in. I'm somewhat shocked that they're 11 seed. I thought at best they'll be 1 through 8 seed, but at the moment, man, as weak as the Eastern Conference is, you the 11 seed, you right behind the Hawks, and they traded their best player, Trae Young, who haven't even played for about a good couple weeks or so, damn near almost close to a month, and they got 3 more wins on you. I've been saying this, man, and I get how you guys want to put the blame on Giannis. Giannis, I get it, he's a superstar player, but in the NBA now, bro, you need a sidekick. if you really want to make something happen, you want to shake some shit up and go to past the Eastern Conference Finals, possibly even the Western Conference Finals or whatsoever, possibly even the championship and win it. You need that second star or somewhat caliber superstar player at the moment. That they can that best fits in with your superstar player. Or their games fit each other. You know what I mean? So I knew the Bucks were going to be in this situation. I'm not surprised if they trade to get John Morant, who another player who needs a ball in his hands, who's always hurt, always just like Giannis. It's not really going to change nothing. Yeah, they may get to at best like an Eastern Conference, if you personally ask me, because that's how just weak in the East is. Since Jason Tatum's out, Halliburton's out, and you know how the Raptors are too young, Orlando's kind of young, Cleveland, they inexperienced. Sixers. I mean, I don't have too much faith in the Sixers, but at the same time, I think the trade just going to overall just be horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't disagree with that, but I think that what Ticket is saying and what everybody's trying to allude to is they need something. They need a shot in the arm. And the one thing that we know when Ja is right, he's very dynamic. And if you can imagine Ja running up the court with Giannis running up the court, you're going to have to pick your poison. They could break down a defense very, very easily. Very easily. Now, it remains to be seen if they can coexist together, but you miss the shots you don't take. But all of this, it could happen. It sounds great, but we just need to see. We just need to see how serious Ja is about playing basketball. Will a
I think
change of scenery help? Will a change of scenery just give you what you already have?
I think him. I think I think I think he, I think he's done with probably Memphis though. I don't know if you personally ask me. Either him or the team, because the team already spoke about how they're going to trade him and they're just looking for the best option at the moment. And the closest option, as we hearing, is Miami, Miami, Miami. I don't know how that fit will overall look. It may look somewhat decent, but at the same time, what can I say? Yeah, but I think they're trying to get the best offer for a job right now, and he's not so high in the caliber of like you know 2 first round picks. Well, teams could probably get him pretty cheaper than they probably expected.
Yeah, that's why I said they shouldn't get rid of Portis.
So you telling me so you think Milwaukee's the best offer? You give out the best offer?
If I was Ja, because if he go to any other team, in my opinion, it's not going to be a competitive team.
Well, what's some other teams that? Because the only teams I know is really I'm hearing is Miami and I think I don't know. I know it's gonna sound crazy when I say Brooklyn. That's all I really heard. Brooklyn and Miami.
Man, I think people better stop sleeping on Brooklyn. Not saying they're going to do it this year, but you give them a couple of years, they're going to be tough.
Who? Brooklyn?
Brooklyn, yeah. They're going to be
Man,
competitive. They're going to be competitive.
I don't know about all that. But what makes you say
Okay,
that?
okay. Just watch them. They not there yet. I'm not saying they there yet. They up and down. When teams not ready, they always up and down. They inconsistent. But once they get it going, it depends on what they do with their roster. If they keep them young core they got on there now, or if they tear it up like they normally do, it depends on that. But if they build on what they have, yeah, a couple of years, maybe 3, they be competitive. Not saying they're gonna win a championship, but they be competitive.
Okay. Um, yeah. Okay, I got somewhere here what you're saying, but oh damn, Brooklyn. Okay, yeah, but that what I'm hearing. Brooklyn and what's another team? Milwaukee and number one, and also you got Minnesota. Minnesota. I'm hearing that could be some good offers. I'm not hearing that they may trade them, but I mean that's maybe they may have some good assets to get John Morant possibly. But I don't
Check,
think
check,
that's
check this out, little bro. Just think about this. when Milwaukee got him a sidekick, or they already had the other brother on their team on Milwaukee. Then when they got what's that guy that went to Boston and won the championship?
Drew Holiday.
Who?
Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday.
Okay, Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday was actually the man who was bringing the ball up. He actually was the glue. You know what I'm saying? So if Ja Morant come in there, bring any type of that energy to that team, not saying he got to be a Drew Holiday, but he bring his game because he more athletic than Drew Holiday. So he bring any sense of that game to Milwaukee and be focused. Oh man, they got a good chance. But the key thing of it is he gonna be is he gonna do it? That's the only thing gonna stop him. But he has a chance to lift Milwaukee. So that's
I,
all Giannis needs, another man. Because you can't win by yourself. See, people forgetting that this is a team sport. Like Tickle was mentioning earlier, you gotta get people to play a role. People don't play roles no more.
yeah,
People want to be the man. Everybody play a role. That's
but
how you win. That's how you win. Simple as that. I haven't seen no team that didn't have nobody who played the role win. Name me one besides LeBron teams.
yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that part. I think John Morant he can facilitate the ball, but that's more so because he has the ball in his hands more so often. Drew Holiday, he's just as effective as a. I think even be honest, I think he's a better facilitator in some cases here and there. Naturally, with the ball in his hands, a better facilitator than John Morant and getting the team in a rhythm. In my personal opinion, Drew Holiday is more so a better defender than John Morant. He's way more aggressive in the ball when he's going in the post. He's way more aggressive. I'm not saying John Morant is a bad defender or horrible
Now,
defender.
now remember what I said. I didn't say he had to be better than Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
I said he just had to bring that same energy.
No, I agree with you.
You
I agree.
feel me? See, because you said Drew Holiday is better than Morant and this is better than. No, I'm not comparing their game. I'm saying if John Morant bring that same energy,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all it takes. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to be better than a person.
Yeah, I'm not saying who's better. I'm just saying what they're better at in certain things.
Well,
Certain
John
things.
Morant can play defense. He's athletic. He's an athletic young guard. Shoot, Allen Iverson wasn't that big, but not a real great, but he's a great off the ball defender. You can affect the game in a whole lot of ways, especially defensively. But see, these guys don't play defense no more, so they don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Another thing with the two, but John Morant, he is injury prone. He does get injury prone. I think that's one thing you really got to monitor. Kind of also just check his health.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's all up to John Morant, man. It's all up. Nobody can make him do it. It's all up to him. Because you never know, this might be his last chance.
Who?
John Morant.
John Morant.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than anything, John Morant showcased he has talent and he has the
Yeah.
skill.
NBA don't care. Not if you keep messing up their brand. They don't care.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But I think John more than anything, he at best he could probably be like a second option. I think that's where you get his best out of him. Not when he's the first option, probably when he's the second option. So I mean, now I think about it, him probably going to Milwaukee with Giannis won't be too bad.
No, it won't. Change
Yeah,
the scenery. He needs to change his surroundings too.
yeah. You don't got to carry a gun everywhere in Milwaukee. Not saying there's bad places in Milwaukee,
No, you
Wisconsin, or
get a you
Milwaukee,
get a
but
bodyguard. Get a body. If you got to
yeah.
go somewhere
No,
and you're afraid for your safety, you make enough money to get a bodyguard.
no. I'm saying that because I know if I was to pick two places, I'd take Milwaukee over Memphis. Just living standards, just like like what's the safer, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like my man said in the chat, Milwaukee ain't really known for no nightlife, no way. They
Oh
stuff cold. They stuff cold like about 12 o'clock.
yeah,
so,
yeah,
so he ain't gonna be out there doing too much.
yeah. That's facts, right? They ain't got no strip clubs.
What you talking about, Wisconsin, man?
So they
You,
don't,
you
or they
talk,
do
like I said, you
in
talking about
Milwaukee.
Wisconsin? No, not to my knowledge.
In Milwaukee, they got none.
Hey, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Just think of the place where I'm saying, Wisconsin.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I would not want to go if I'm John Morant. I would not want to go if they didn't have any. I swear to God, I would.
But that's good
Hell
for
no.
him. He don't need to be around that. You got man, you in the NBA, bro. See, that's why that's why old boy Odell Beckham talking about he broke. Hit them strip clubs too much. Man, you making too much money to be broke because you going up in them strip clubs. Man,
Yeah,
leave them strip clubs alone, man. You make enough money where you
yeah,
get you buy you a house, have your own little theater, however you want to put it together. Have your own little thing there. Invite your boys, y'all chill.
yeah.
If y'all single, invite some ladies.
Mhm.
You know, man, you ain't gotta go out to no club because if you get once you get so called famous, you got crazy people out here in this world who go try you because they looking at that paper.
Mhm.
They looking to sue you.
Yeah,
So, because a lot of athletes back in the day got tried like that with Charles Barkley. Leslie threw the guy through the glass window. A guy
Mhm.
came up and tried him because he was Charles Barkley.
Facts.
You just got insane people out in this world. So you got to be careful, how you move.
Yeah, my thing with Okay, so let's say Milwaukee does get John Morant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Well, actually, okay. Cause I'm looking at the records right now. Let me look at the standings real quick. Hold on, let me see. Okay, if you go, let's go to NBA real quick. Okay, you go in the standings right now. If he goes to
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee, all right,
Mm-hmm.
there's okay 17. They're about 5 games away from getting like at least like a fourth, like a fifth or sixth seed in the East.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah. So, but they gotta change it and switch it around. And like I said, since the East, with the Pacers taking the load off, with Halliburton going down,
Mm-hmm.
and some of these teams are not just that experienced, like Orlando. What's another team? Atlanta, and also a little bit of Cleveland too. I just don't really trust Cleveland that much, but they probably improved from last year.
Mm-hmm.
They could have a chance of going to like at least a second round or possibly even the Eastern Conference. Who knows?
Yeah.
Possibly, possibly. But I'm just looking at their seeding, their 11th seed in the East. But would they be able to change that within like a snap of a finger? Uh, half the end of the half of the season. That's what I'm saying. So because if it doesn't work this year, then they probably gonna make a trade like that for more so a reason for the next NBA season year, 2026, 2027, where they have their team right with Giannis and Ja, bringing in pieces to fit their games, bringing a having a coach that can understand their games and their strengths and weaknesses, and I think that will more so the John Morant trade would make sense for probably next season. Still, this season would probably make even more sense next season. Because when you make a trade like late, like in the second half of the season, you're just not
Mm-hmm.
focusing within like the right now. In certain cases, right, you're also focusing from next year, or the year after that. Yeah, but bro. I was waiting for this day to to bring me on here. But I was telling you, straight, you a Bucks fan?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I live right down the street from Milwaukee, but I'm in Chicago. I'm a Bulls fan.
Okay, man, I've been saying, bro, man, them bum ass Bucks ain't gonna do nothing, man. I've been saying that, bro. I've been,
No,
I've been,
I just, I'm old school, man. I just playing that one way ball where your best players trying to do everything.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That
We can't.
that 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 there, man. That's not basketball.
No, I'm saying this. You're not gonna win like that anymore. Only one player
No,
really did that, and that's I guess you can say
you're not gonna
Hakeem.
win. Period. It's not no more. You might win. You might luck up and win one time, but you're not gonna. It's about consistency.
Yeah,
It's not just doing it one time. That I did it. No, be consistent. That's why Michael Jordan's so great. And like I hear sometimes Isaiah talking about, well, he never beat me and all this, and he ain't. LeBron got all the records. Well, one record that LeBron don't has that he don't have is once he won the championship, nobody else won. All it took him to win was one All Star, and nobody else won during that time. Only time they won is when he retired.
yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. You need at least one, somewhat of a one All Star.
Yeah,
But
Magic
Giannis, yeah,
Magic never did it. Bird never did it. Isaiah never did it. Kareem never did it. Nobody ever did it besides Bill Russell, but nobody ever did it. So it's level to the game, man. And it took a coach to have Mike kind of put a little tweak in this game to help them win. See, another thing, you have to even though you might be a superstar, you have to be coachable because the coach might see things that you don't see. You have to have trust in that coach. See, if you're not coachable, you think you know everything, you be inconsistent because you don't want to listen. And that's what you're seeing in the NBA today with some of these players. They don't want to be coached because they think they know everything. Their head been pumped so much, they think they know everything. They don't work on their game. Like I hear people say Kobe and Mike worked on their game every day. They was in the gym before people left the gym after people left. You work on your game. I don't care how good you think you are. You got a weakness that you can work on. Work on your game. And these players today don't do that. They think once they make it to the NBA, they there. And said, boy, there's another young whippersnapper coming in right behind you to take your spot. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. Well, so what you think, bro? My man left. Am I here by myself? Hey, can anybody hear me in the chat? Did he leave me by myself? Well, tell me you left me by myself, chat. Somebody in chat, let me know. So my man left me in the chat by myself. You know what, chat? Let me tell you something. These people need to understand basketball. Basketball is a team game. Stop listening to people who don't know the game of basketball trying to tell you about the game of basketball. Basketball consists of offense and defense. You, the object of the game is to score more points than the other team does in a certain period of time. How you do that? You do that by playing defense against your opponent, trying to keep your team from scoring. It's not going down shooting threes and trying to outscore the other team. So the game is more entertaining when you have defense in the game. Because it's like watching a horror movie. You know how you watch a horror movie and you be on the edge of your seat and you be like, oh man, what's gonna happen next? That's a good game because both teams are playing defense. The suspense is so crazy. You like on the edge of your seat. That's entertainment. Entertainment is not watching each team come down soon they pass half court, shoot threes. That's just strictly entertainment. That's not basketball. That's not basketball. See, and that's why they say the 80s and the 90s are the best time in basketball. But, by me being an older person, I can go to the 70s. 70s wasn't bad either. You had some bad boys in the 70s. You had Big Bill Walton, Downtown Freddie Brown. You had Nate Archibald. You know, you had Kareem. Because he came to the Lakers, I think, in 74, 75 from Milwaukee. So, you had some great 70s players. Yeah, you had some great 70s players. And they played both sides of the ball. That's what basketball is, man. It's a competitive sport. What these guys doing now, man, we do that in open gym. We do that in open gym. That's why if you go to an open gym and you can say this guy is the 12th man on the bench at an NBA team, you go to like a open gym where we play, you'll swear these guys should be starting how they be killing people there. Now, when I mean open gym, I'm talking about like a closed set where people who can play in that set. I ain't talking about just everybody in there. So don't get me wrong. But they come in there, they play like they should be an all-star in in the league. You know? But in the league at the time, you had to be able to play a role. If you couldn't play a role that the team needed you to play, you was no use for the team. You couldn't go to a team. They say, well, we need you to play the other team best defender. Then you tell them, oh, I'm a scorer. I can shoot threes though, and go out there and shoot threes. Nah, you couldn't do that then. You had to be able to play a role. So you came in the league, you learned how to play a role. Because I'm from Chicago, and I know a lot of bad boys who had a chance to go to the league. Like I say, they was bad around the house or in the park district or wherever you played. But they couldn't adapt to not being a man. They couldn't play a role. So once you got the NBA, that's a different level. Because each level from grade school, high school, college, then the pros, those different levels. So you can exceed in high school, but some players couldn't exceed on that next level in college. You can exceed in college, but some players couldn't exceed in the pros. So you have to be able to conquer, just like playing Pac-Man or something. You have to complete each, different levels to get good, or to win the game. But now players just going out, young cats thinking that scoring, stats is everything. Stats is nothing. Anybody can get stats. You can control getting stats. You can control that. You can see that through the NBA players today. All you have to do is have the ball in your hand. You can control anything. Yep. So Ticket left me on here by myself. Ticket must be doing something. So if anybody in the chat, man, who y'all got think gonna come out the West besides OKC? Who you think could be the dark horse? Dark horse. Who you think could be the dark horse coming out the West besides OKC? Who y'all think? And also, what y'all think about that Houston? But you know what? I said at the beginning of the season, especially after Van Vliet got hurt, then I saw him like early in the season. I said they need a point guard. That's the first thing came out my mouth. If they had a nice point, hey, 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 hey. Do you think Houston should go after John Morant? Mm. Yes, do you think Houston should go after John Morant? Mm. Mm. Hey, hey. That'll be very interesting. Yeah, it's a little crazy, but that'll be very interesting. That'll be very interesting. No, they can't trade Van Vliet. I think Van Vliet injured. They can't. They ain't gonna trade no injured person. But that'll be very interesting. Mm. But the thing of it is, who would Houston? I mean, yeah, who would Houston give up? But they could just give up a draft pick if they got any draft pick. Houston, you know, maybe that uh what's that second year guard, the white boy from where he from? Is he from Kentucky? No, was it Kentucky? No, I can't think from that second year guard that Houston got. Sabonis. I wouldn't want Sabonis. I wouldn't want Sabonis. Guys like Sabonis, once they start showing that track of getting injured, they're on their way downhill. I say this up for so long. Just like Larry Bird, once he started getting hurt, them injuries just accumulated. So it don't matter if Sabonis back. I wouldn't want him. Snatch White from Boston. Nah, they have to give up something if they get White. They probably have to give up something. They probably have to get some of their Houston probably have to get rid of some of their young core for White. I wouldn't do that. That's one thing I wouldn't do. That'd be a mad move. That's my opinion. But I think that Houston probably will work because if Memphis is trying to rebuild, let's say that's the if. I think they'll be interested in draft picks, maybe a player, but I don't think you have to give up a lot for John Morant. see, y'all saying people saying the Spurs, but see, the Spurs haven't been battle tested yet. The Spurs hasn't been battle tested yet. Now, see, y'all going off for 3 games in the regular season. See, you can't do that. The playoffs, that's when it counts. That's when the money's on the table. That's what counts. You know, Look at James. I hate to talk about some players, but sometimes I got to use that as an example. Just like James Harden, for one player. You could do everything in the regular season. Playoff come, you might have one or two good games in that playoff series. You might win the playoff series. But the closer you get and when the time comes when you need to come alive and bring your team through and you don't show up, and that's not 1 year. Basically, ever since you've been in the league, because see, guys, you have to remember when Harden came in the league and OKC went to the finals against Miami. I think Harden was almost sixth man of the year. Came to the finals. You had to get some binoculars to find out where he was at. And ever since then, he's been the same way all through his career. See, you got to be able to you got to be able to play when the lights off, and you got to be able to play when the lights on. You just can't play when the lights off. Then when the lights get bright, you be like, like a deer headlights. That's why most all-time great players, when you see them, they stats, they might just, for example, might average 24 during the regular season. Then in playoffs, they average 29 or 30. So when the lights come on, you supposed to go up. Your play's supposed to go up. That's money time. When money time comes, you supposed to show up. Don't supposed to duck the smoke, nothing. And see, let me get one thing straight. You have, some of these LeBron lovers. I call them fanboys. You know, people who just follow players, don't um, follow not a basketball fan, but individual fan. No matter who, when you watch basketball, you have to be open minded and fair minded when you're watching the game. I don't care if your favorite player is not out there to playing defense or doing what they're supposed to do. You got to hold them accountable. No matter if you like them or love them or what. It don't matter. You got to hold them accountable. See, and the thing about superstars, I was going to say earlier, people talk about Mike when he lost and all that. And one thing he never did, he never threw any of his teammates under the bus. Even though they were some horrible players, even when he scored 63 against Boston, the only up and coming player they had on the team at the time was Charles Oakley. You know what I'm saying? Then, like when they interviewed Jordan, like after the series, he never threw his team under the bus. He always included himself in the equation. How he has to get better as a team. As a team has to get better. He never threw his teammates under the bus because he holds himself accountable too, even though it wasn't his fault. Now I can tell you this, and I'm just not saying this as somebody from the outside finding out and telling you. I live here. I watched it. I followed it. Actually, I followed Jordan ever since his rookie year in North Carolina. And I ain't gonna lie, I prayed that the Bulls draft him. They got the third pick. Now I remember people was worried. People, we knew we was gonna get Jordan because Portland at the time was so keen on getting a big man, Sam Bowie. So we knew we had a chance to get Jordan. Only thing we was worrying about if the Bulls organization was gonna pick Jordan. You know, and like they say, when Jordan came to the Bulls was a mess. Man, they was giving away tickets. The Chicago Bulls was giving away tickets. And look where the Bulls at now. Man, I give you $1 million if you find somebody giving away a Bulls ticket. I give you $1 million if you find somebody giving away a Bulls ticket. Jordan took it from there to this, even though he ain't playing. Because before Jordan retired, they had season ticket holders on standby for 10 years. Had a 10-year wait line or whatever they called it. Because of Jordan. That's how they got the United Center. Jordan brought them people much money, the whole league. So, but yeah, I think it'd be a good trade for Giannis. Giannis too. I didn't believe him and Dame would work because, my opinion, I think Dame should have left Portland a long time ago. He was loyal to Portland, you know, kind of like Giannis, but it was too long. See, once you get to that, people don't understand. When you play basketball, when you play basketball, though, for some players, the more you play, it kind of takes a toll. Then the older you get, it'll take a toll. Some players are more injury prone than others. You know, just the way it is. But I think, will Ja and Giannis work together? Who knows? But these guys are supposed to be pros. You can find a way. You can find a way. Now it's just like you going to an ordinary person going to a new job, and you have to work with somebody. You have to find a way to work together. That's your job. Yep. So, because I'm holding it down for ticket a little bit, I ain't planning on being on here that long. Ticket got me on overdrive. Ticket got me on overdrive. Well, so, but I'm gonna get out of here, people. Hey, ticket. Thanks, bro. Thanks for giving me a chance to spit a little thing. I wish I was more compared. I wanted to talk to you about you were talking about that Jokic and how he should be played. Before I leave, let me just mention because I really didn't get a chance to talk to Ticket about it. But I think see that's why I say people don't play a role no more. Because Jokic can be more effective by just playing his role. You don't have to necessarily bring the ball up to get his numbers. Because we had throughout history in basketball, we had plenty of grace of centers who was great passers. So you could display your skills just by playing your position. But I guess it's the years of positionless basketball. I guess these are the years of getting the stats. I feel you. All right, Ticket. Thanks, bro. I'm out of here, chat. Holla at your boy.